This is Stack Exchange, a network of Q&A websites that is expanding to include practically every field of human knowledge. The site now has over 25 million questions and over 35 million answers. Those answers are highly valuable. Every second, 25 people copy and paste from them. That's phenomenal, especially since the site was only formed in 2008. The most active Stack Exchange site is Stack Overflow, which focuses on programming. Its main users are software engineers. According to US News, the median software engineer salary is $110,000 a year. What motivates thousands, if not millions, of people earning six-figure salaries to provide such valuable answers for free? One might say that in any community, there are altruistic people that love to help others, but such an answer would be incomplete at best. Many Q&A sites have either died down or never reached Stack Exchange size. It turns out that institutional factors can explain Stack Exchange success. Perhaps the biggest institutional factor is reputation. Each user starts off with a reputation of 1 and earns 10 reputations whenever users upvote their questions or answers. Users are encouraged to upvote high-quality questions and answers. Stack Exchange goes to great lengths to make sure users care about their reputations. A user's reputation is clearly visible when reading their questions and answers. Reaching reputation thresholds also allows users to unlock privileges, which include accessing the site's Google Analytics pages. It's not surprising that many people have written guides on how to earn reputation. If I had $1 for every web page that gave tips about earning reputation, I would be rich. Questions and answers are an integral part of Stack Exchange, but there is much more to the website. For example, users have no direct incentives to vote on questions and answers. But Stack Exchange has another powerful tool in its arsenal to motivate voting: badges. For example, the badge Civic Duty is awarded for voting 300 times. Badges come in 3 colors: gold, silver, and bronze, and are also prominently visible on a user's profile. Badges have a large effect on user behavior. When Stack Exchange introduces a new badge, the desired behavior increases by 80% on average. Increases in desired behavior are especially pronounced for users that are close to the activity threshold required by the badge. For example, just before they gain the electorate badge by casting 600 votes on questions, users cast 12 question votes a day, which immediately drops to around 4 a day after they obtain the badge. In contrast, answer votes, answers, and question activity levels remain relatively constant. This suggests that the increase in question votes does not come at the expense of other activities. In other words, badges can increase a user's overall activity on the site. Besides voting, badges are also used to motivate a wide variety of behavior, including editing questions, tagging questions, helping to test beta sites, and moderating. Stack Exchange users can become moderators if they win elections. They can then protect the website against destructive behavior by deleting posts or suspending users. Moderators are loosely overseen by Stack Exchange 250 employees. The relationship between moderators and paid staff is Stack Exchange Achilles' heel. In 2019, a moderator called Monica was fired for questioning upcoming changes to the Code of Conduct. Among other things, a Stack Exchange employee later maligned her in the press, saying that she had repeatedly violated the Code of Conduct. The resulting firestorm saw more than 50 moderators, around 10% of the moderator pool then, leave the site. It took several months for Stack Exchange to acknowledge that it was wrong and reach a settlement with Monica, but by then the damage had been done. To many moderators, Monica's firing was the last straw in a series of missteps. To give another example, moderators were also unhappy about advertising. They felt that Stack Exchange had allowed ads that were excessively animated irrelevant, dubious, and resource intensive. Thankfully, Stack Exchange is relying less on advertising as a revenue source. An increasingly important revenue source comes from licensing its codebase to other companies for their private use, in what is called Stack Overflow for Teams. As a result, companies like Microsoft and Bloomberg have internal versions of Stack Overflow for their employees, and they pay a good deal of money for it. Plans start at $6 per employee, with custom plans easily costing more than double of that. In 2020 alone, Teams onboarded over 1,500 customers, and annual recurring revenue increased by 72%. Revenue from Teams now accounts for 1/3 of Stack Exchange revenue. Indeed, Stack Exchange codebase and user base is so valuable that a European company Prosus bought Stack Exchange for $1.8 billion in June 2021. To me, Stack Exchange is a lesson in how behavioral science can be used to harness the best of mankind. Moreover, its own internal infrastructure is now being brilliantly sold to the corporate world. But it is also a lesson showing that good management decisions are important. As popular as the site currently is, it would almost certainly be much bigger now had it not made some questionable decisions.